I just muted you. Sorry.
It
We're good
looks
to
like
go.
we're live on our social media platform. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Big waves to you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. So let us know where you're tuning in from. Hey, Shane in Arizona. Good to see you. Let us know where you're tuning in from in the chats and the comments. And happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. So our word for today is destiny. Destiny. And I'm going to go with it a little bit because mine's kind of, it could get long. So I'm going to try to be quick. But if you look at the definition, destiny, what does that mean to you? Like the events that will necessarily happen to a particular person or thing in the future. You ever think about like, what about 5 years from now? You know, what's destined for you? Tony Robbins says this, it's your decision and not your conditions that will determine your destiny. How many of you don't have to say this, but how many of you, might have over exceeded expectations as of right now in your life? I've talked to you guys about this before, but obviously I came up, one of my professions was education. I was a teacher, I was a coach, I was an administrator. And I look back on my life and I was also that person that got pulled out of class for reading issues, for speaking issues as a kid. And so I think to some extent I might have over exceeded little expectations in that category, but got a lot of work to do. So I think about my life and I go, where will I be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? All the time. So why would you, and when I say you, I'm reflecting back on me, why would you want to control your destiny? Well, number one, you get to chart your own destiny. You get to chart it. And maybe you want to start a small business. Go for it, right? Maybe you want to create a small chain of stores. Maybe you want to go into real estate. Like maybe you want to be your own boss. Maybe you want to go into network marketing and turn it into something special. Like maybe you want to be the most awesome teacher, coach, administrator, athletic director you can possibly be. Like the point is that you get to choose. And we talk about it all the time, but the older we get, sometimes we feel like the choices are less, they're limited. But I challenge you to look back on our founding people that have run the country and see their age and see, great leaders. What were their age? They kept moving, they kept dreaming, they kept going after it. Number two, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow is another way to create and control your own destiny. Sleep in, go into work late. Guess what? You reap what you sow. Can't employ yourself. Can't get the mojo to get up and go. Your mindset is all out of whack. You reap what you sow. But at the same time, if you're willing to get up and get after it, set yourself apart, move, do things like you reap what you sow. You change your body, you change your health, you change your business. If you're willing to get after it and own it. But talking about reap what you sow, even in investments, if you place your capital or assets at risk, you possibly could reap what you sow in a good way. More risk, possibly even more rewards, right? You never know. Number three, no one else can stop you from achieving your dream. And this is what I love. I mean, like it's my life. It's your life. Like nobody can stop you. Even the naysayers, even the negative people, and sometimes it's family members. No one can stop you. There's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be problems. How many of you have experienced problems in the last month? Like, yeah, it's just going to be. You know, I look at myself like I really want to have a transform in 2022. But January's been a tough month on me. Like I feel like every time I go after it in the gym, like I'm hindered, you know. But this morning I was back, so I like being able to own it. So much self-joy in that. Number 4, you experience the joy of self-determination. There's no greater pride than knowing that you created ownership in what it is you want to go do, right? It feels so good to get to go, you know what? I'm going to get the team on the call today. I'm going to do a special call. I'm going to train today. I'm going to coach today. I'm going to go to the gym today. Whatever it is, there's no better like pride and joy to know that you're going after it. So I got a question for you, and I'm going to turn this to Andrea this morning. Where will you be in 5 years? Like the word's destiny. Like, where will you be 5 years from now? Do you know? Do you have an idea? Have you ever dreamed about it? Like where you're going? Have you ever dreamed about it? Have you ever set goals around it? Like, what does it look like to you? And here's where I'm going with this, and I'm talking again to myself. Are you willing to take responsibility and recognize that it's up to you? We got to take ownership. We got to drop the entitlement and go, I'm not deserving of it. I got to go grab my destiny. I got to go run for it. You and I will be whatever we decide. It's up to us. And for me, and I hope for you, that's very exciting. It's not your spouse. It's not your family. It's not your coworkers. It's not anybody. It's you. It's me. We get to make the decision. So, Andrea, I'm going to turn it to you. Great word today with destiny.
Well, that was a great message, Coach. Thank you so much. And the quote that I loved that really spoke to me was, the best years of your life are the ones in which you decide your problems are your own. You do not blame them on your mother, the ecology, or the president. You realize that you control your own destiny. And that's Albert Ellis said that. And, you know, kind of digging into this, what I came up with, the message that I have is what we need to give up in order to control our own destiny, which I thought was kind of fun because it's kind of the backwards. Like you talked about what we needed to do, but I'm going to talk about what we need to not do. So first of all, give up relying on somebody else's approval. So any guilty people pleasers out there, like anybody else, that they're just me. Okay. Where your self-worth, your thoughts kind of fall back on what the people around you are thinking about you or saying about you or all of that. But when you stop depending on everyone else's approval, you take back your personal autonomy. And we get to be the one deciding whether or not we're decent humans, not some frenemy, right? Like that person that you call makes you feel worse every time you get off the phone, or your mom, like she's lovely, but she doesn't get to decide that anymore, or that stranger on the internet, right? Like so many of us are putting ourselves out there on the internet right now, and that can create a lot of anxiety if we're worried about that external approval. And just so you know, I'm going to give a little hint, and this is to all of us. Have you ever heard that saying where they say, if you're asking if you're a good person, if you're asking if you're a good mom, if you're asking if you're a good employee, well, you probably are. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't care enough to ask. So if you're asking if you're a decent human, my guess is you're a pretty dang decent human. But when you let go of the opinions of others and the need of approval from others, it empowers us, right? And we get to think about what we want from our life, what we want from our relationships. And that when we know if we're just fine on our own, we're going to be just fine on our own, we are firmly in that control. And that puts us in a position to choose who and what we add to our life, which leads to our destiny. So, two, we can give up those unrealistic expectations. So are there any workaholics out there? Like anybody that has like crazy high standards on themselves? Perhaps you have to be the absolute best at something before you're even going to try it, right? Like if you're Billy Grady, you're going to make sure that you can win that marathon before you're going to take that first step to train for it, right? Do you have these like daydreams and fantasies where you just magically succeed at everything you attempt? Well, sometimes, yeah, no matter what, like obviously there's nothing wrong with us all wanting to improve, to learn new things, to learn new skills and be our very best. But sometimes what can happen is those unrealistic expectations can completely freeze us, right? We won't try that new career. We won't try that new sport. We won't try that new anything because we don't think we can be perfect at it. So we need to work to appreciate the experience of just trying something new purely for the joy of trying something new, whether or not we're going to excel at it. And then lastly, give up blaming yourself for what you've done wrong. So that doesn't mean like, just, I don't know, what's that movie where you just can like go take over the world or whatever? I don't remember what it is, but do like horrible things. That's not what I'm saying. We're all good people. We started with that. But every single one of us is going to make mistakes. Even the people that you love and admire the most, they've screwed up in their life. So why would we be any different, right? So to make progress, right? To move forward in our life, we're all going to take risks and we're all going to fall short at some point in our relationships, in work, in everything. Each of us has made a poor decision. We've made mistakes. Things have gone south. We've done things we regret. Like all of us, none of us that I haven't met anybody that is exempt from that. And it's easy to get caught up in those thoughts and just ruminate on it, right? Like, oh, I did this wrong. I did that wrong. I should have done this. But if we want to regain control over our lives and therefore our destiny, we need to push the pause button, right? So stop with the past thoughts and start with the future thoughts and with a positive outlook. And, ask yourself, what can I learn from it, right? What can I learn? And then make a conscious effort to look to the future. So learn the lesson, make amends if necessary, and then move on. So thank you guys so much. It was fun talking about destiny with you all today, and I hope you have a great hump day.
Andrea, thank you for the words. And I want to challenge everybody this morning. Like whatever it is that we the Coach's Corner and the people that go watch the recording and are on social media make up all different walks of life. But every single one of us have a burning desire to do something, like what is that thing for you? Is it your profession? Is it sales? Like what is it? And I challenge you to take a step today. In my profession of network marketing, I challenge myself today to make a call to a prospect, reach out to somebody, tell them about our amazing products, like step towards where I want to go, right? Be at that point. If it's my health, get out, take a step, go to the gym, get out and walk, get out and run. Like if it's eating healthy, like fix that meal instead of grabbing something and just popping the wrapper off, right? Whatever it is. I'm going to give a book away today. 2 ways. Is there anybody in here that's ever read Destiny by T.D. Jakes? Destiny by T.D. Jakes. It's basically stepping into your purpose. Whole thought process And there's a lot of biblical ties to this book by T.D. Jakes. And I want to give it away two ways. One is you take a screen capture of this right here, the Coach's Corner this morning, with your phone, and go put it in your stories, Instagram. But you got to tag us. You got to tag Andrea. You got to tag myself, where we'll see that you made the post. But go post it out there, Instagram, Facebook. First of all, we're going to get the awareness out about Coach's Corner. Second of all, we're going to see how up on your skills of social media you are. But we're going to pick somebody out of that. I'm going to send a book to you, T.D. Jakes' Destiny. But then I also want to do one on here. Sandy McFarland said, I've read it. I'm going to read it again. Great read. So let's type the word destiny in the comments. What are you working for? What are you going after? Where are you going to be in the next 5 years? Five, four, three, two, one. All right, Andrea Rosser, who's the winner?
I got it. It's Jeannie. Jeannie and Brian Herman.
Way to go. All right.
Woo.
Great job, Jeannie. Great job. We'll send you, if you will, reach out to Andrea and let her know your address where we can get you a copy of the book. And then also go share it out there on social media, what I'd said. Take a screenshot, share it out, tag me and Andrea in it. And we're going to pick a winner there too. So guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Let's go on this thing today. Okay. Have a great day. See you back tomorrow.
Great message. Great message.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guys,
Thanks, everyone.
Have a wonderful,
Coaches, have a great day.
awesome
Bye.
day.
Great day.
Bye.
Excited.